Yeah, quiet day today. Awesome. Like you might think in business, I know you want to be busy, but sometimes you really need the downtime. And Thursday's usually that. I woke up, one order, and I packed my other order last night. So yeah, I'm in at this time. No video conference this morning anyway. One late this afternoon. One of the realities of the store is dealing with distributors. Now, you might think that you can just open a store and there'd be one big distributor that supplies all your games. It's simply not the case, unfortunately. It really depends on what you're getting into, but if you're a store that's trying to supply a few things, you need to go through different distributors, and sometimes you have to find them. Like when I was looking for stuff, I was literally contacting the game companies of the person that made the game. I would actually look at the box, see who it was, like Asmodee or, Fantasy Flight or anything like that as an example. Contact them and say, who's your Australian distributor? Like, it's crazy. You just cannot find this information unless you talk to people in the know. But what am I going to do? I'm going to go to my competitor and say, hey, who do you get this box off? I'm not sure whether they would appreciate that or not. Like, I'm pretty free with that information. I'm not sure if other people are, but let me give you an example. These distributors, they're all bringing product in from their different areas. Now, sometimes they fight for a license as well, or they put forward a case for a license, or they try and grab it. So we've got different games here, and I'll just go through them. So you've got Dragon Ball and you've got Flesh and Blood. They're from the same distributor, and when a distributor gains a license, that an exclusive contract with them to bring their game in, if it is a scene behind there as well, such as like a competitive scene, sometimes they'll also be responsible for giving out the promotions and handling those customer accounts. So that's pretty important for a distributor, because it really means that, like Dragon Ball and Fab, all the product is being bought from them. So if the product wasn't as exclusive, let's say Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, you could buy it at other places. However, if you are in charge of the tournament scene, there's a very good chance, like 95% chance, that you'd be buying from them, because your promos come from them and you have to get your order sent to you. And usually there's a minimum order from each distributor. That could be as simple as $300, could be $1,000, So one distributor for Dragon Ball and Fab. Then you've got your own distributor for Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Being one of the top 3, might be top 2 even. Yeah, it's a big contract, yeah? You've also got Pokemon, which is its own separate distributor. So now we've got 3 distributors already. Then you've got other ones for hard to find games, such as Modifius, Role-Playing, and Onyx Path. Some of those you can find with some of these, but if you're really looking for the hard to get stuff, or maybe it's a little bit cheaper through this other distributor. So that's a 4th distributor. I'm just going to put down Modifius here. Now, and they also might handle a lot of the Kickstarters as well. So a lot of Kickstarters will come through them, because instead of sending a Kickstarter off to different people, a distributor will get it all in one go. It's cheaper for the Kickstarter people, and the distributor gets that business to send it out through everyone, get their name on the brand, and get people knowing them as well. So if I was to look at the board, there's also, I've got a distributor for Vampire, the Eternal Struggle. Just one guy who's got the contract, and that's purely all he does. So yeah, Final Fantasy is another one. That's another distributor. So mind you, I've got 6 here already, and that's not even getting into the fact of the production schedule for the games. Let me just get the last ones. There you go, Digimon, another one. Not even with a distributor at the moment. I'm having to bring that in overseas myself, find people from Singapore, Asia, anywhere I can. I think I finally got onto a store, but they're still a middleman, yeah? They're not coming from a distributor. So in effect, they act as a distributor for me. So I'm dealing with 7 different ones at the moment. We've got Star Realms, Marvel, no, they're all from the same ones. All right, I think I've got them all, and I don't have to go through. And, you know, there's other, like the accessories, Ultra Pro and everything, they form part of this. So I've got 7 down here at the moment. Some places might only deal with a few of them because I'm trying to really hit those niche markets and really look to provide for my client base. I'm involved with 7. Now, that's juggling by itself, but then each of these products is mad for their consumer to keep buying stuff. So something like Dragon Ball will release something every 2 to 3 months, okay? 2 to 3 months. Flesh and Blood, still the new boys on the block. They're producing something maybe every quarter, let's just say. So, or tri-month, let's say every 4 months, okay? Now, here's the big boys. Yu-Gi-Oh! They seem to be pumping product out every month. They are crazy. I really don't know. Their fan base just loves it, but they're not major sets. They just bring out a little box here, a little box there, then bang, hit you with a big set. Then another little product, bang, big set. And you can't really miss out on even those little products because they could be, you know, that important card that might mean something, and it's very hard to get. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sells out, boom. Their first printing is what people want. Usually when it gets to a second printing, that's when that set's gone and we move on to the next one. Very hard to move Yu-Gi-Oh! Product after the initial print. Pokemon, totally different. Their release schedule's pretty crazy as well. They are constantly releasing stuff, maybe every 2 months, let's just say. But their product, if it doesn't sell, goes up in value. It's crazy. It might not even sell at the beginning, but as the months get on, people are prepared to pay more because they get into it late. It possibly sells out straight away, and so they're looking for product. Now, I bought a lot of Pokemon, so people didn't really know me. They bought all their stuff, and now there's seems to be some type of frenzy where people are actually paying a little bit more for my Pokemon. So yeah, I've still got Pokemon there. I've relisted it again. I'm just getting a little bit more for that. But as people come to know me, they'll start ordering earlier from me to get the cheaper price, which means I'll be able to increase my stock for that and help support them a little bit better. Final Fantasy, probably every 4 months, let's just say. I haven't really seen much new product from them. Vampire, probably once a year from what I've seen. Like, they had a fair bit coming out initially, but then they went quiet. Lockdown hasn't helped them, but they're looking to release a new product towards the end of the year. And then you've got like your role-playing games. They will come out with different things. They're a little bit slower. And then Digimon, that's by Bandai, who also does Dragon Ball, and I'm expecting them to be every 2 to 3 months as well. So as you can see, and with lockdown, things get pushed around as well, but I'm dealing with 7 distributors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, anywhere up to 10 different main game products that I'm constantly looking at, and it is huge. Like, you just don't understand that when people are releasing products, if you're not fully into the scene, and you can't be, you've seen my days, yeah? You've seen what a day is, and you're dealing with different things. It's impossible to just keep on the boards, seeing what new product is, what the cards are, taking that judgment. And that's why certain people who just specialize in one product, which I used to do, Dragon Ball, are so knowledgeable on their product, and they know what pricing various things are. So I've gone right back to Dragon Ball and Flesh and Blood for my main things that I need to know, as well as my tournament organizer. But it's also on my tournament organizers to know the product. Oh, and I forgot another one, the big one, Magic. I'm dealing with 8, okay? We're dealing with Hasbro here as well. Magic can be got through a whole bunch of the other distributors, but we're a WPN store, so we want to deal with Hasbro. So that's 8 different people, and Magic produces stuff like crazy. Like they're just releasing Zendikar, and I don't think it would be long before that next set comes out after that. So yeah, it's a constant juggling act, knowing everything, relying on other people to know their stuff and talk to me about it, talking to my customers, finding out what they need, what they want, and really looking at, yeah, that's the reality of running a store, guys. You're not, if you love your product and you go to open a store and you can stick to that product, all good for you. Most likely you're just going to be online because you need to expand in order to keep the cash flow going. And me, I haven't even expanded fully. Like I started to go into board games. Now I've pulled right back. Board games and role-playing games, there's only certain ones that I support, and even then I need to see it move before I even look at it. I'm going to stick to my cards, and that is it. And even on the card front, I think I am maxed out at the moment. I might take on a war game. I know of one game that I've taken on fully already. I've bought stuff ages ago and I'm yet to release it. That's the Rumble Slam wrestling game. I've got all the product here for that. I'm getting the ring painted up because it's a wrestling war game. Like, how cool is that? And that's another distributor that I had to find myself and ship it in from England, of all places. So that's 9 distributors. Crazy. All right. I'm going to get to it, guys. This morning I've just come in. It's a catch-up day. Like, will I get onto my own stuff? I don't know. I've got a big drive to do today. That's for some personal stuff I've got to get done. So Thursday is really a day for that. I expect to be back in tonight. So now I'm going to get about 3.5 hours of good stuff done. I don't want to be procrastinating. But yeah, I just wanted to do this part of the video to make people understand that opening a store up, it really isn't that easy. And then I've got my own projects that I'm playing with as well, and they're like on the back burner because this stuff is so important to get done first. I will get on top of it. Yeah, with these range videos, we'll see how far I get on top of it, especially with next week, Monday happening again. I expect the rest of the week to go pretty all right, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, right now I'm just going to do some homework and set up for other projects that hopefully come to fruition, because there's a lot running around and I've got to get them up on that whiteboard there just so I don't forget. See you after. What have I got done today? Quite a bit, actually. It's just been slow work, been putting different decks together for potential sale as we go, and done a deal for more bulk cards. When you're putting cards together, you run out of the basic stuff. Like, you wouldn't think it, yeah? And at the end of the day, you don't even know if the stuff's going to move and whether all the work you've done is going to come to anything. But you know what? If you don't try it, you won't know. And if you're constantly negative about it, well, then you just won't do it. I could just go home, watch a movie or something, yeah? So, yeah, it's all about trying different things and seeing if they work. And, like, it's not really about just getting a bunch of stuff together. Like, the worst thing I see is when I walk into a store and I see a whole bunch of Pokemon cards just smashed together, or Magic cards or anything, $5 take it type thing. I hate that. I can't even get to see what's in the pack. It's usually wrapped up in paper, in shrink wrap. It's just no thought, no effort gone into it. And yeah, I just don't know. So just trying to do things a little bit different, trying to provide some information, gloss things up a bit. And yeah, so that's stuff that's coming out. And I still have some stuff I need to order from distributors in order to make it the product that I want it to be. And so, but we're in lockdown at the moment. You can't just call people up. Like Banter Games for an example, I need to message them and I just have to wait for an email to come back. So I can't continue something and get something moving and advertise it until I get that back and then work out a time frame and if things are available. So yeah, a lot of my dreams and projects get put on hold for little things like that. It's no one's fault. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. There's the phone going off while I'm doing all this, and yeah, organising things in my life as well while I'm working and having phone calls and, you know, phone meetings with people. So yeah, there's tournaments being organised tonight by my tournament organiser, which is fantastic. Well done, man. And yeah, so just continue on as I've been doing. There's not going to be really much else today. There'll probably be one final video of me bringing in all the stock because I'll want to get it in here tonight. It might be a bit late. We'll see how we go with that. Yeah. Have a great one. I think I'm going to call it for this one. It's even early for these videos, yeah? It's really only 4:30, but this afternoon's just going to get busier. And by the time I get here at night, I'm just going to want to go to bed because I don't want a repeat of what was Wednesday, yeah? Where I was feeling dead. So, yeah, I'm going to get the collection, take it here. I'll probably show it tomorrow morning what I got to bring in. And, yeah, been pretty quiet. Like I said, got a fair bit done in regards to one item, but sometimes that's what it takes. You do one item, you do another one, you do another one. Before you know it, you got 10 things done, yeah? Small things.